This video is brought to you by Greenman Gaming. Click the link below to see some amazing deals on some incredible games. So I predominantly play games on PC, it is my favourite platform, and that's coming from someone who grew up with consoles. I grew up with the PlayStation 2 playing bangers like Ratchet and Clank. I even used to be a PlayStation fanboy. I used to hate the Xbox 360. I used to be like, I would rather play Little Big Planet over Halo. But eventually I saw the light, I got into PC gaming, and I haven't looked back since. But there's one problem with PC gaming. There's so many launchers you need to download to play certain games. It's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be really bad. I'd say like 2018 when the Epic Game Store came out. God, there were so many launchers. So I thought it'd be fun today to rank PC game launchers. And with what I just said, we already know Steam's gonna be S rank. Like, there's no competition there. Let's be real. Like, Steam is the ultimate PC platform. It's one of the few cases where it's become a monopoly by just being such a good service. It's got incredible customer support. They have like a dedicated Valve SWAT team to like raid hackers' homes to get your account back. They're just really nice, you know. They've got a very nice refund system that a lot of game launchers just don't have, and almost every game has come to it now. You know, every other launcher has basically given up and just gone, well, we can't compete with Steam. And yeah, the best one, no competition. I'm not going to go too much into it. Now, let's rank the first one, the Xbox launcher. Well, specifically the Xbox Game Pass launcher, because that's all it's really used for. Like, I mean, yeah, you can connect it to like Sea of Thieves and stuff, but I mean, it's even in the name, you know, it's got Game Pass there. I will give this, I would say, a B ranking, honestly. Like, I don't really like Game Pass at all. I don't use it very often. The only one time I used it was when I realized I could get the deluxe edition of Gears 5 for a cheaper price if you got it on Game Pass first and then bought it on Steam, which is a little loophole. If there's ever an Xbox game coming to Steam, you know, if you get the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and the deluxe editions on there, just connect the accounts and you save money on that. But yeah, as much as I don't really like Game Pass, you know, I'm not really into the whole Netflix for games idea. It is a pretty good service for trying new games. There's a lot of rumors going on about the fact it's not sustainable, and I do believe that. I do blame it for the fall of Tango Gameworks, my favorite game company ever. I will always be bitter about that. Nothing's ever going to change that for me. But I can't rate it lower, objectively. Like, Xbox Game Pass, you know, it's a good way to play games, although there's too many games on it, so when you do get it, you're probably like, fuck, I don't know what to play, and then you end up just not using it. And it's also not the most functional launcher, you know, it's got nothing on Steam, but, you know, it's just above passable, I would say. Now, the next launcher, the Bethesda launcher, doesn't even exist anymore, so we're gonna put that in D, just straight away. Fuck that launcher, it was dog shit. I almost skipped playing Doom Eternal because I thought it was gonna be exclusive on the Bethesda launcher, and it also helped me skip out on playing Fallout 76 at launch. I was gonna pre-order that game until I saw it was exclusive to the Bethesda launcher, so I gotta give it some props for saving me money, but aside from that, it is absolutely terrible. Now, which one should I rank next? We'll do GOG. Okay, so GOG, I would probably, I'm not sure. I know people really like this launcher. Now I'm gonna give it A just because of, you know, what it is, you know. It's DRM-free games. Like, you buy the game, you own it, you can put that shit on a USB and share it with your friends. I've been collecting games on GOG just, you know, for when Steam inevitably dies, I'll have a few games that I can download and just play, and The Evil Within's on there. You can get DRM The Evil Within. My biggest issue with GOG though is it's kind of weird to navigate. I don't know if that's probably just a skill issue on my part. I struggle navigating the launcher. It feels very unintuitive a lot of the time, and yeah, I also think it's kind of ugly. I just think, like, visually, like, the UI design is just a bit hideous. But that's just my opinion. I can't fault it for everything else. I love what they're doing. I love that they're bringing back a lot of older games with that initiative thing they're doing to, like, preserve games. And it's the reason why we have the original Resident Evils on PC and Dino Crisis and all that stuff. You can also play Rayman 2 on there. You can't do that on Steam. But yeah, GOG, it's pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I can't fault it. You know, it does what it does really well. and I respect it. What I don't respect is Origin, also known as the EA launcher now. Fucking awful, awful launcher. It's horribly designed, it's hard to navigate. That's it, really. That's it. It's just terrible. It's just, it's awful. It's a horrible launcher. I don't think there's anything redeemable about Origin. Oh, sorry, the EA launcher. Like, I made it so my PC doesn't boot up the EA app anymore, and one of the biggest selling points of the Dead Space remake on Steam was the fact it didn't need to open the EA app. The fact that's a selling point, it just goes to show how dog shit your launcher is. Never just delete it, EA. Take a note from Bethesda's book. Just discontinue it. Give everyone Steam keys who bought shit on there, who was stupid enough to buy crap on that launcher, and just move on. You can afford it. Your launcher's shit. Just give up. And speaking of shit, let's talk about the Ubisoft launcher, which I would actually rate higher than the EA launcher. Now, the Ubisoft launcher gets a lot of deserved shit. Again, it's not that great. It's very unintuitive, and it's ultimately pointless. That's the problem with a lot of these launchers. They're just pointless, and they were just made to compete with Steam because they don't like the fact that they take a 30% cut of all their revenue, even though that's what PlayStation and Microsoft do, from what I've heard. I don't know all that stuff, but Ubisoft do a few things that I wish Steam did. One of those things is the reward system, where from getting like achievements and completing challenges, you get these coins that you can actually use in the games to like unlock different outfits or weapons and all that stuff. That's cool. I respect that. It's just a shame that all the Ubisoft games on there are fucking boring, and the launcher itself doesn't work half the time from my experience. So I think it's passable. You know, it's got a pretty cool feature, but aside from that, it's, yes, you know, it'd probably be better if it just didn't exist. Speaking of not existing, the Rockstar launcher, which I would rate lower than the Ubisoft launcher, honestly. Mainly because it just is pointless. Its existence is pointless. It just creates issues, really. Like, if you lose access to your Rockstar account, you can't play any of the Rockstar games you own on Steam, you're fucked. It's like connected to a key from the purchase on Steam, so if you get hacked or you forget your password and the support team are useless as hell and they don't recover your account, say goodbye to Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 5 or whatever other Rockstar game you're playing on there, because they lock that shit, they lock you out of that shit. They want you to buy it again. I had a friend who had to buy Max Payne 3 again because of this shit. It's not good. It's not a great launcher. It works when you are logged in. I mean, it's ugly as hell. Again, it just feels pointless, and it doesn't need to exist. And it doesn't have any cool features like the Ubisoft launcher, for example, with the point system. So it's not as good, but it's still passable when it works. Now, the next one is the Blizzard launcher, which I'd probably rate just above the Bethesda launcher, ultimately just because I don't play Blizzard games and its existence is somehow more pointless than Ubisoft and Rockstar. Like, that's it really. It's a pointless launcher. I played Overwatch and Destiny 2 on it. Do you remember when Destiny 2 was on that launcher? Just doesn't need to exist. It's fucking shit. I think people only really use it for World of Warcraft now, and like, who the fuck cares, genuinely? I don't actually know anything redeemable about the Blizzard launcher. Now, the last one is the Epic Games Store, and I've made it very clear how much I hate the Epic Games Store. I despise this launcher. I was there during its heyday when they bought exclusivity rights to so many games I was excited for. Did save me a lot of money though, because I'm not buying anything on that launcher. So, despite everything I've just said, I would probably put it above the Ubisoft launcher. It is passable. Alright, it's not good. It's actually pretty bad. Like, it's way behind in terms of basic features. Like, I remember when they celebrated adding a shopping cart years after it launched, and it failed horrifically. But the one redeeming thing about the Epic Games Store is the fact you can get free games from it. If I was a kid nowadays and I didn't have an income from working, I would love the Epic Games Store because they've given away a lot of incredibly good games that I wish I could have gotten for free when I was younger, like Wolfenstein, Prey, The Evil Within. They gave away The Evil Within for free at one point, both the first one and the second one, so I can't fault it for that. You know, that's very good. They're losing a load of money and they're not giving up because they still think they have a chance against Steam. They even tried buying Fall Guys and Rocket League, and that didn't really get them anywhere. Like, who the fuck cares about Fall Guys anymore? But yeah, there's my launcher ranking. I hope you all found it interesting. Let me know how you'd rank the launchers. I know I'm missing a few here. There's like Amazon Luna and stuff, but like, who the fuck uses Amazon Luna? You know? But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. You all know at this point in the video I need to talk about Green Man Gaming. You're looking for games to play on any of these launchers for a good price, you gotta check out Green Man Gaming. They do incredible deals very frequently. They have very frequent sales on a lot of different games, and they're good games as well. I highly recommend them. There'll be a link to the storefront below, and every purchase on the storefront through my link goes towards helping support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters. That being Finn Trashboat, Nintendo Pro, Profit, Pitstab, Bouncer Storm Productions, and Daniel Levchenko. And a huge thank you to my channel members, that being Bart VDB 6819, Puggyboy8529, Drift King 7763, Cat0XD, Randomness 7550, Nikki the Pro LP, Matt 2601, Kindly Bacon 18, First Undie Gaming 340, Clinton Lake T5C6X, Wentel Swanky Pants 677, Adriel Low Young 8770, J-Rash, Shake the Heavens, Imdisc Inserted, NCR 8111, Courtney Williams DR9TB, Zello 007, On The Go Gaming 109, Eteria Meow Meow, Quack 29, Plates Fly 8362, Liam Talks About, Marshala4566, Marcus Platts, Joshua Whitford 5509, Evan Underhill 2342, Bidu Fadoom, Gabriel Padro 5589, Scary 1407, Eggy 613, Riff King 66, Andrea Stewart 8871, Galaxy 11243, Glusky 36, Floaty 38, The Slopped Hog Within, L Hayes 117, Griefgar, and Resistance Lion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was a bit different compared to the other ones, but you know, this is my second channel. I think it's good to experiment a bit with the content. You know, I thought it would be a fun idea to rank the game launches and, you know, talk about why I hate most of them because they're not Steam. Thank you all so much for supporting me, and I will see you all in the next video.